Welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Skull Merchant, as always, using a really interesting build where we're going to be focusing mainly on the add-on Supercharge. This add-on is really good because what it does is basically it makes the claw traps last longer on survivors, making it so that we can chase survivors even longer and do really annoying things with claw traps. The first perk we're using is Mind Breaker. What this perk does is basically if a survivor is on a generator, they're automatically broken and exhausted forever until they get off the gen. Then once they're exhausted though, their exhaustion is paused while they're on the generator, and then also the effect lingers for 5 seconds once they get off the generator. Of course, we have Dead Man Switch and of course Scorch Pain Resonance. We all know what these perks do. And then we have Unforeseen. What the perk does, we kick a generator and then our terror radius goes on the generator and we become undetectable for 30 seconds, but then the perk has a 30-second cooldown. We are also, the whole point of this video, like I told, is to be talking about, of course, Supercharge. We have Brown Noise Generator, and we have Supercharged. Supercharged makes so that way batteries of claw traps last 15% longer, which means they last about 7 seconds longer. And of course, Brown Generator makes all survivors oblivious who have claw traps. Without further ado, let's get to the game so I can show you how great this build is. Okay, playing on Toba Landing, a really good map, kind of, for Skull Merchant. Meanwhile, survivors wanted to send me to Auto Haven Wreckers. I'm like, no, I don't feel like playing on Gas Heaven, or Pallet Heaven as I call it. So, of course, I decided to use a ward just in case. So, the reason why I'm using Supercharge, the add-on, is because in my opinion, every single add-on Skull Merchant has, without like 2 of them, are actually extremely good. And Supercharge is one of those perks, one of those add-ons, I mean, that's really good, but it's hard to use. I'm just going to drop this pallet here. I'm going to try and put a drone just so I can try and get one lock-on stack. But of course the drone was like, we're not going to get a lock-on stack until the end. I'm like, that's fine. I got a free hit. The whole point of this build, by the way, is to keep them claw trap. And because they're claw trap, the Oblivious add-on will keep them oblivious for even longer. I should have let her drop this pallet, honestly, so she can, that way I can break it. But instead, I'm going to mind game this, that way she gets claw trap. Slow down. And once you get slowed down, I win the game. Very simple. I feel like someone else is here, but hopefully no one else is here. And we're good. We can get a quick score choke on this person, or on any generator, and block the closest gen. Is that gen over there, so we know exactly where to go next. So, the reason why I like Supercharge is because sometimes you want to just keep claw traps on people. In case you don't know, if a survivor's claw trap and they get scanned by a drone, the claw trap timer resets. Which means they're going to be claw trapped for like 50 seconds instead of 45 seconds. Like 54-ish seconds? I think they're claw trapped for 45 seconds. And then 15% of 45 is a number. I'm assuming it's like 7%. Well, 7 I mean. So it's going to probably be claw trapped for an additional 7-8 seconds. So because of that reason, they're going to claw trapped for like 55 basically seconds almost. And for 55 seconds you have someone oblivious and broken. Which is really good. That girl tries to duck, and she did a really good job, honestly, but because of the fact that I kind of just said the words, I can move my drone, she kind of got hit by it. So right here, I was hoping the drone would actually hit her, but it didn't hit her, so she's not going to be slowed down anymore, but it's fine, because just like last time, there's nowhere for survivors to go, so they're going to die. Also, the tip of the drone hit her, and then I hit the rock, because apparently that plant is now a rock, and I just got obliterated. It did a generator, sadly, but it's fine. The only real problem with this build is the fact that Supercharge is a really good add-on, but like having battle targeting processor on Skull Merchant is just a great thing to have. Now, of course, you could just run Supercharge and battle targeting processor and then be really good that way. But personally, I prefer, if I'm going to use Supercharge, I want to make sure I get them oblivious, because that way I can keep them oblivious. You don't even need battle targeting processor, honestly, on Skull Merchant. It's just really good because making a chase end faster because you make someone move 10% slower instead of 13% slower is just really good. It's just like insane. So because of that reason, that's why I use battle targeting processor. That's also why sometimes I use randomized strobes and battle targeting processor, because then you can be like, okay, you're gonna move 13% slower, but you're also gonna move 30% slower for an additional second, which is can literally save them, will save you from them dropping a pallet on you or not. Sadly, all these survivors are playing really annoying, and they're basically just like going from place to place, and I can't do much about that. So I am going to just find one and try and kill them. Most likely I'm going to try and just keep this girl on the hook and let her die. Or at least, I don't really play this way, but like they're all acting really weird, and I can't do much about it, so I kind of have to just play this way. She's going to get hit and definitely go for the save. She's going to rescue. She's gonna trade. But Nia's like, I'm a body block. I'm like, you realize the longer you do this, I'm just gonna go after you and kill you, right? So long story short, she does that. There's a pile right here, and she dies. And because of the fact that they are right next to her, I know they're gonna probably go to flashlight save or something, but she had decisive. I'm like, yeah, disgusting. Who uses that perk anymore? Even though it got buffed next patch, even though we're in this video is still in the last patch because of the fact that I have so many videos on my computer. This girl's gonna blind block me. I'm like, woman, get out my way. I don't have time for this. I'm trying to tunnel, as you can see. So because of that reason, I gotta hit her. And then we'll continue after Nia because I'm kind of losing right now because sadly, even though like normally I would go after one person, hook them on the hook, and then go after the next person. These survivors are really, there's a person inside that tree. These survivors are really efficient at doing generators, but also knowing when and when not to chase. So because of that reason, I can't really, honestly, what's it called? I couldn't really do anything about that. So right here, do you see they're gonna do another generator? She dead hard to protect herself from dying. This Claudette's like, even though I'm injured, I'm gonna protect this girl no matter what. I'm like, you do that. I don't really care. I'm going after the Nia because I have to kill her now. I already started tunneling. Might as well finish. Tunneling merchant, by the way. She's gonna jump out on me and then flashlight my soul. I'm blinded. But I don't really care. I'm gonna continue chasing her anyway. I can hear her with my ears. And now we're gonna go after her. But because this Claudette's in the way, I'm like, Claudette, move out my way. She's gonna drop a pallet on me. I'm like, okay, I gotta mind game this. Then here comes Ace. He's like, I'll protect her too. I'm like, get out of my way. Now they can't really try to body block a skull merchant or try to protect someone with skull merchant. Kind of hard to do because I have drones. Then Ace immediately just hit my drone. I'm like, you're annoying. So I'm going to go after her. I don't care. I don't have this desolation, so I can't break the pallet. So I have to go after her anyway. They're going to rescue, of course, Claudette off the ground. But there's a shack right here. Shack pallet exists. Window exists. I can't really do much. Have to get rid of my drones. Now that I got rid of one of my drones, I can actually place down a drone here and maybe slow her down because she's claw trapped. And remember, we have Supercharge, but she's claw trapped even longer. Sadly, I didn't get to slow her down with my claw trap. My cloud trap and my drone is not hitting her, even though literally it's right there. She finally gets slowed down, but she's like, I'm going towards the pallet. I'm not going to die. I'm like, I get it. Then the cloud gets off the ground, and she's like, I will body block and save your soul. I'm like, please let me kill her. Like, if she wants to die. Of course, the god power right here, so I have to go after this. Claudette didn't drop it for some reason, but then I'm on the other side. And now I'm like, okay. And then I gotta protect this Nia, because I gotta kill this Nia, because Nia is still alive. There's a god power right here. Not like god power, the power right here. I'm like, I will kill you. I don't care how long it takes. Nia, you're going to die. I have to kill you. I've already, like, normally I wouldn't do this, but because I already started tunneling, I have to continue. So they're both gonna get claw trapped. Well, not both of them. Ace gets claw trapped, actually. And then at the time, I'm like, well, you're oblivious. You don't know where I'm coming from. I'm going to go after you. Then because I pretend like I'm going for Ace, they should stop chasing. Now, the Cloud Trap is still on this girl, by the way. She is still Cloud Trap, and it's been like 50 years. Because every time she gets hit by a drone, the Cloud Trap time resets, and the Cloud Trap lasts for 55 seconds, by the way. So it's just really good. And because of that reason, she finally dies, and I'm like, I did it! Well, it took a year, but I finally killed the woman. That sounds so bad, but I finally did it, so I'm like, yes, I killed her, and she is dead. I don't have to worry about anything anymore. I'm happy. Ugh, that was a long chase, by the way. But anyway, now we finally done tunneling. We can go after everyone else who is already injured. One girl's on the ground, and we win the game. They're all oblivious, so we don't have to worry about anything. And this is the reason why Supercharge is good. It allows you to tunnel. No, I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't the plan at all. I wasn't planning on tunneling. It just so happened to be like the best option at the time. I missed my hit. But because he can't go towards the pallet anymore, it's a win. The girl's gonna probably get the girl off the hook. I mean, off the ground probably, but I don't really care, honestly. I would rather just hook this guy. I see that she's going over there. That means they're probably both over there, which is fine by me. My radar is telling me they're this way. They both got off the hook. I mean, they both got off the thing. This girl's still broken. I think this is actually a really good build because you keep them all broken and it's kind of funny. You can't heal anymore when you're broken, so that's fun. And every time they get hit by a drone, they just take even longer to do everything, which is fun. She gets hooked, and as you can see, now that I tunneled that one girl out the game, I just win. Because they're all injured and they're going to stay injured for the entire, basically, time because of the fact that I am Skull Merchant and I can keep people injured for a long time and Supercharge makes them be cloud trapped for an additional time. So basically, almost for 60 seconds, they're going to be broken, which is really, really strong. And it resets every single time I get a hit. This girl is going to go for the rescue, but she realized she can't. She's moving pretty fast. I know she has I know she already has what's called the little borrow time thing you get from being on hook. But I don't really care. I'm still going to down her and hook her. He tries to flashlight me almost successfully, but no. Then I use my radar. I see that this girl all right over there. She's cloud trapped and oblivious. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm gonna go after her immediately. Like, where you at? There she is. I'm like confused, and even though on the radar it shows she's right here, it's like I can't really see her. So I'm like, what? Because Claudette is literally invisible when it comes to like being in the best hiding spots. Kind of annoying, but it's fine. I'm gonna try and hook this girl, but where am I gonna hook her at is the question. And she screams for her life because she literally has to die. That's so funny. And then we gotta hook the last guy. So as you can see, Supercharge let us win because we got them all oblivious. Like once we killed the last guy, and once we killed Nia, because Nia was literally dead on hook, we basically just win the game because Supercharge lasts for so long that we can literally do a long chase and then still have enough time to go after the people who are oblivious and win the game. So I saw that the what's it called? I saw that Claudette ran this way. So I'm gonna go after her, but the problem is I don't want her to try and go for the rescue, but I feel like she knows she can't go for the rescue and she's gonna just die. So because of that reason, we can chase her and hopefully we can down her quickly. Most of the pallets is never gone because of the fact that I kind of destroyed them all when I was tunneling Ania. Do I condone tunneling? No. But if you want to actually win the game, I recommend you do. That's my thought process on it, at least. That's what I feel about it. Tunneling is not really what I want to do, but sometimes it's the best option you got. That's funny. So we're gonna hook this girl, and everything is happy, and I'm really happy that I won the game. It is so funny to me because like I didn't want to tunnel, but it's just I had no choice. It was literally either tunnel and then win, or don't tunnel and they all decided to do generators. But Supercharge let me be able to keep them all injured even longer. Because you have to realize, when you're injured with a cloud trap, you're broken, so you can't heal. And then also, you're oblivious thanks to my add-on, which is really good. But to make it even better, as if I wasn't already strong, you also have the ability to, what's it called? I also know exactly where you are. I get a speed boost for even longer because you're cloud trap longer. And I also have the ability to make so that way your timer gets reset every single time. So it's really strong. And then once they finally get the cloud off, they have to heal again. So it's just really good. But anyway, that was the first game of the video. Let's go to the next game so I can show you how great Supercharge is as an add-on and why the strategy is actually really strong. Okay, playing on Greenville Squaw. This map, if you know, is really good for Skull Merchant because basically, one generator spawns in the movie theater, one spawns on the little square at the back behind us, and the rest spawn in the middle. So because of that reason, you basically can 5-gen if you want to. So luckily for me, I catch someone off guard, become untenable, and I found someone immediately. Normally, I don't even chase people in this main building because I'm late point. But because she decides to fall down here for some reason, I got her down. Don't know why she did that, honestly. So I down her immediately, and she leaves the game because she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe a Skull Merchant player decided to down me, even though I'm the one that fell in the hole without having balanced landing, and then hit me twice so fast. I can't believe it. It's so broken. Skull Merchant has to M1 people to down them, like, oh my gosh, and then left the game. Makes no sense, but that's what she does. So because of that reason, I think one person's already gone out the game. And everyone goes towards this gen because we know if they're either going to be on the gen in the main building, they're going to be in the gen here. So it's like kind of simple logic. It makes no sense. And now the two people who are running are exhausted because of Fearmonger. And I'll try and get them cloud trap that way I can get Supercharge on them and make the cloud trap last longer. This guy kind of vaulted the pallet, but because he vaulted the pallet the wrong way, I'm able to basically get him in a situation where he has to drop this pallet correctly or he dies. Of course, I hit the pallet. Like, literally, mind game perfectly, made the right read. Literally would have hit him, and the game was like, nope. I kind of hate these pallets right here, because basically you drop down one, and you loop it like this. But you drop down both, I just lose the game. So I'm going to break one, make him have to run. The problem is the break animation is longer than the drop pallet animation, so I have to, like, basically chase him perfectly. Now right here, I could have just got off with him and I could have just like went out to someone else. But I chose to keep chasing him. Kind of regret it though because I realized that drone's not spinning, so I'm not gonna get any value out of it. It literally acts like low power mode with my drone. Like, I don't get it. So I'm not gonna be able to chase this guy at all. And I kind of regret chasing him honestly because he goes towards the next pallet and I'm like, oh my gosh. But luckily for me, I caught him off guard. So now we get the downhill. They do the generator in the main building. I can care less. Actually, I lie. I couldn't care less because that's how much I don't care. And because of that reason, we go towards the Scourge hook, and we're gonna our second hook of the game. Hopefully, no one drops down this pallet, but I almost got stuck. I'm kind of mad. He screams for his life. Sounds of pleasure. And now we're gonna go find the next survivors. The only problem is where they at. Oh wait, we found one. It so happens to be the girl who's injured. I remember injuring this girl honestly. Oh yeah, I remember. She was on the generator that is completed. I'm blinded and I'm slowed down in the enchantment of light. I accidentally go the wrong way because I don't know where I'm going. And she catches me off guard. So I'm like, where'd she go? She had to have fallen down here. I see blood, so she's definitely here. And as a result, she's probably going back up the stairs again because why wouldn't you? But then I see the blood go towards the locker. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not stupid. So I get up the locker and put it in the basement. I'm a little surprised she honestly didn't DC because I would have. I feel like right there is a DC moment because it's just like how people do it. They DC a lot. They have been DCing. Isn't that funny? Like I've been seeing people DC less against Skull Merchant, like I said before in my videos. But I also see people DC more in general from every killer. And it makes no sense probably, but it's like weird. Like against Skull Merchant they'll DC, but against other killers. I mean against Skull Merchant they'll DC a little bit less than usual in my games, but against Skull Merchant. But against other killers, they'll DC more. It might be because I've been playing her for a long time. I don't know how MMR works. I don't know if MMR is based on how many kills you get with the killer. Like, I feel like if I played a game of Skull Merchant and then I put a game of with a different killer, like, I don't know, Blight, the people I fight against would be way easier because of the fact that my Blight is awful. Meanwhile, I've been playing Skull Merchant the longest, so I get probably better people. I don't know. I don't know how MMR works, so I can't really tell you. I clutch up this guy and I'm happy because he can't heal for 50 seconds basically. So I go after him because the girl on the ground is on the ground. I'm like, she might have the Slasher Strike, but because he's kind of far, I don't feel like chasing him. Also, I see them rescuing this girl off the ground. I'm like, he probably has Soul Guard, but he definitely doesn't because if he has Soul Guard or whatever that perk is called, where he can basically get people off the ground and they get unbreakable for us. Well, they get the endurance that affects for 50 seconds. Then he probably wouldn't body block for her. Because he body block, I actually get a free down. As you can see, the second guy is still broken. He can't heal himself. So because of that reason, I'm going to probably go after him. I should probably use Sloppy Butcher with this build. I feel like Sloppy Butcher would be a really good idea. This guy breaks my... I don't know why he decided to do that. He can't hear my terrorist probably. I don't know. But I guess his logic was I want to break this so she can't hook me here. But I'm going to... hook him to a different hook. I don't even know if he broke it or not. I don't know why I even went this far. I think I wanted to hook them close to each other so I can easily camp them. I see someone running towards them, so I'm going to try and protect my prey. I got my people on the hook. I should have got hit right there, honestly, but it didn't hit me. It didn't hit her. She looked at me like, the F are you doing? And I'm like, oh, my bad. So I see her going to the right, so I'm going to go to the right. One guy kills himself on the hook. He's like, I'm done playing. I'm like, thank you. I don't have to worry about you anymore. I'm gonna mind game. Luckily for me, this side of the map is like useless. Sadly, the Shy Pod is still up, so I have to worry about that. Got pallet broken. I'm gonna go this way, mind game, and go back the other way. That way she goes to the right, and hopefully she's at the right. She is. Now she's in a really bad position because that drone scanned her through the wall because of the look tech. That was an example of look tech, by the way. Because she looked at the drone, but I also just placed the drone, it automatically scanned her, even though it was literally through a wall. Which is kind of funny. Now I'm gonna hook this girl and basically win the game because unless the bot saves the guy off the hook, we win. So of course I'm gonna go straight towards the hook because even though the bot is injured, they're gonna probably still go for the save because that's what bots do, and they're programmed to save people now. Sadly, the bot does save him. I'm like, why? Why couldn't you just let him die? Like literally let him suffer. So because of that reason, I'm gonna go towards the hook, and now look at he did sabotage my hook actually. I forgot, when you sabotage hooks on this map, it looks like you didn't sabotage it because it still stays like upright. You're just missing the hook part. So I'm gonna go after the bot because she flashlighted me. She must die. I'm praying the last guy doesn't save his teammate, but he's going to save his teammate because why wouldn't you? And as you can see, this is the strength of using Supercharge. Like, because I use Supercharge, I was able to see that guy, the second guy, by the way, on the radar for longer than usual, allowing me to be able to down him while he's oblivious, and then also because anyone else who's cloud trapped, they stays injured, and because they stay injured for a super long time, I have the ability to just keep them all injured the entire game. If I had Thanophobia or Slaughter Butcher, they would stay injured even longer because they would be injured and then they couldn't. Well, they'll be cloud trap. They're cloud trap. They're broken. They can't heal anymore. Their cloud trap goes away, and they finally are able to heal. But because of Slaughter Butcher, they heal slower. I don't know the reason why I don't use Slaughter Butcher anymore is because Slaughter Butcher now has a time limit on it, and I kind of hate that. I kind of hate the fact that Slaughter Butcher has a time limit. I don't really hate it. It's more like if you're gonna give Slaughter Butcher a time limit, make it 2 minutes instead of 9 seconds. I feel like it should be 2 minutes, but people still use it. I guess they don't have a reason to buff it. I don't know. So because of Scourge of Resonance, we know which generator this goes on. I don't know why she's using Origin, honestly, because the game's over. But I guess her logic is, oh, 3 points. I'm like, okay. So I missed my hit because I'm bad. But as long as the hat doesn't spawn in front of her, we're good. She has Cloud Trap. And I down her. Now, the reason why I took so long to hook the second guy, I believe I was actually responding to a person. Like, I believe I was thinking about what I wanted to do. And I was looking at something on my phone. That's why it took so long. But I'm going to break this pallet. And that game was extremely fast. Because literally we obliterated them. I'm so happy. So that was the second game of the video. For the third game, so I can show you how great Supercharge is. And why you should be using this add-on more than you think. Okay, playing on Greenville Square again, because actually they used an offering to try to send me to Larry's Memorial Institute, but I was like, no, and I ended up using a ward, so I was like, no. Now, because of course you all know as map works, they're going to either spawn inside the main building or they're going to spawn here. So because I knew he's going to spawn here, I went here immediately, put a drone up. If he loops this, he just dies. If he doesn't loop it, then I win. Because of Mindbreaker, he's exhausted, so he can't use any exhaustion perks. So I'm gonna try and hit him one more time with a beam. He gets injured, perfect, and die. Literally, I love doing that. You injure them, they instantly get in front of you. They get a speed buff, but the speed buff lasts. Well, the speed buff is a little late, and as a result, you immediately down them. Now, the problem is that was a really quick chase, but because everyone most likely spawned in the main building, which you can see they did, I told you this map is how it works. They either spawn in the main building or they spawn at the square. It's just every time. So because of that reason, you can see Scourge of Resonance work on the main building, and that's why it's blocked for 30 seconds. Meanwhile, oh, well, that man switching me activated on the main building, that's why it's blocked for 25 seconds or whatever long it is. And as a result, we can figure out where the survivors are. 3 gens are blocked, so we all know they're on these 3 gens. I'm gonna kit this generator because of the fact that the damage switch is about to end. Put a drone and make sure hopefully someone actually decides to go towards that drone so I can get a free cloud trap, because you know Supercharge makes the cloud trap last longer, so it should be really good. I don't want to chase this guy, but I do want to get rid of this pallet because this pallet's kind of hard to mind game. Even with Scar Merchant, I can slow him down and I can injure him with my drone, but it's hard to mind game until he acts like an idiot and then he just gives me a free hit. So I'm gonna try to get a cloud trap on him, because if I get a cloud trap on him, I can slow him down. I'm gonna break the pallet at the right moment where he will be cloud trapped and hopefully slow down. Sadly though, I was too slow. But the good thing is he is cloud trapped, so he's oblivious. He doesn't know where I'm coming from. I am gonna use my radar to figure out where he went, but instead of using the radar, I use my ears. He's somehow all the way over there, and I'm like, where did the scratch marks go? I was really confused because in my head I was like, I didn't see any scratch marks at all. So how did he get over there so fast? But it doesn't really matter because he's oblivious. So even though he might know I'm coming after him, he can't really hear the terror radius, so he has to be super aware. He's sort of running for his life. And then eventually I catch up to him and I'm like, you're slowed down for a long time, ha ha ha. He can't go towards the shack because I'm going to be able to hit him before he goes to the window. And we're good. The shack always spawns in this spot, as you can see. The only problem with the shack is the shack will spawn here, but the layout of the shack is different. The shack can literally be flipped where the window's on the other side, or it can be on a different side. It just depends. And I kind of hate it, because depending on where the shack spawns, it can make the middle part of this map like literally Loop City, and that's annoying. I hate Loop City. Because this map is basically just pallet heaven. Like, it's kind of like gas heaven with pallets, but the difference is like, you actually can play on this map as killer, because you don't have to worry about gas heaven, which is gigantic. Gas heaven is gigantic, but then also has 3 billion pallets. And they're all really strong. That is a glitch right there. That's the glitch where my drone is in active mode, but the beam lights are invisible. It's a rare glitch that spawns, but it's one of the 3 glitches Supercharge has right now, where basically I have a glitch where I either use my power and then no drone comes out at all, which happens all the time. I have a power where I have a glitch where I use my drone, but the drone decides not to spin at all, or we have the glitch where the drone decides to appear, but it doesn't show off the beam lights, as if it's in stealth mode, but it's in active mode. It's a really weird glitch. It rarely happens. It normally happens when I put it on a drone, and the second I put it on the drone, it's stunned by a pallet. That's normally when it happens. It's pretty good. It's kind of hard to replicate, though. I could probably make a video, actually, about it. If I can find a way to replicate it every single time, I could have stealth drones and new skill merchant tech, where you have active stealth drones. I probably need, like, unbreakable. Not unbreakable. I probably need enduring to activate this perk. Well, activate the tech, but I'll maybe try and test it out and see if I can get it to work consistently. But I don't know. Not really a bug. It's a bug, I mean, but it's not really like anything super strong. He stuns me. It doesn't really matter to me because he's in the worst spot ever. He is a power right here, but his power is mind gameable, so. And then he decides to just throw the power right there. I'm surprised it didn't stun me, honestly, because I feel like I should have got stunned. Not that, well, I don't think I should have got stunned at all. I feel like it should have stunned me, because normally in Dead by Daylight, dumb pot things like that stun you. But luckily for me, the game was like, nope, we're not going to stun you. I'm like, thank you. I immediately down him, well, I injure him and put him on the hook, and now we're going to go after the next person. Kick this gen, you know what to do. Drone up, and now go after the next people. Because even though this map is probably, in my opinion, killer-sided, because you just ignore the furthest gens, and most of the time, for some reason, survivors love just to do the furthest gens, even though they know they shouldn't do it. I don't know. Right here, I'm going to this guy. I can't remember if this is the guy who we previously injured, and he's dead on hook, or if it's the other one. Because they have the same. I don't remember, honestly. I think he is dead on hook, though. Please be dead on hook. He is. Okay. So we know him and Ace are dead on hook. So of course, I'm going to go back to Ace because it's not tunneling if you go after the same 2 people. In my opinion, it's not tunneling. It's called strategy. So I'm going after Ace immediately because I'm like, Ace needs to die. I'm pretending I'm going after the girl, but really, I'm not going to go after her. Ace should vault the pallet. He does not. It's fine, though, because I kind of expected him to not vault the pallet, even though I just said he should vault the pallet. I know how some people play. That guy, the second person gets injured, so because, claw trap. So now for 50 seconds, he can't heal, and that's fine with me. Also, he's oblivious, so that makes it better. He immediately throws on the pallet. I think he had a smash hit, but why he got so much distance from me. I could be wrong, though. But it's fine because it doesn't really matter. There's a power right here, but it's probably not that safe. I can mind game this. He's gonna drop it immediately because he's scared, but he didn't drop it actually. He gets claw trap. I'll slow him down. I mainly claw trap him that way he can slow down, but then also that way he can't use that hard because winter, I say it every video, but I feel like a lot of Skull Merchant players don't know this. Once you get claw trap while you're injured, you get deep wounded and you can't use endurance. You can't use what's it called? Dead hard. I almost said dead man switch. You can't use dead hard while you're demoted. Right here, this girl can go for the pallet. She sadly gets it. I meant to dug on the pallet, but instead I meant to break the pallet, but instead I just had to do that. Then she flashlight me for some weird reason, and of course my drone doesn't pop up. But this Claudette is weird. Not Claudette, sorry. This girl is weird because she flashlight me, but she should have dropped the pallet on the guy to save his life. But instead she just flashlighted and tried to get a flashlight save, but why didn't you just drop the pallet? So as you can see, that guy, he either was doing a generator this entire time while he was injured, or he was, yeah, he was doing a generator the entire time while he was injured, or he was doing nothing, honestly. I don't know. Maybe he was scared, but long story short, he just healed himself, so now because of that reason, I have to re-claw trap him again, which is fine. This girl is going to be dead on hook easily because, honestly, it's not that hard to kill people who, what's it called, when I have a claw trap, when I have drones everywhere. But the problem is I lose her because I turned around for a quick second and then she disappeared. Holding W, she's gonna go towards the square now. But I see the blood, I'm like, wait a minute. But I go back because I'm like, I see something. I'm gonna go over here instead. So because of that reason, I'm gonna change directions. I don't know why I saw that drone in the basement, honestly, but I do. So at this point, I'm like, well, I lost a girl. I thought I heard something, and now I gotta find 2 survivors who I don't know where they are. And the hard part is finding survivors is annoying. I had a map. Well, I had a game where I was playing on Orman, and for literally, I think it was 8 minutes, the survivors were hidden. And the reason why they hit was because literally, Laurel, I don't know how that hit. She has resilience probably, where she gets a 9% boost to her vaulting, which is dumb. Lol. I love when survivors. That's funny. I'm going to flashlight you and point, but literally gets obliterated in 4 seconds. Like, okay. But, I had a game where people were literally hiding from me in Orman, and I was so mad. Because I killed 2 people immediately. Like, it was so fast. They died so fast. I was so happy with myself. But then the last 2 people, it was an Ace, I believe, and a Claudette. They both literally just hid for the entire rest of the game, and I was like, oh my gosh. For 8 minutes straight, I couldn't find them. And it was kind of fun because I kind of like the ability to try and like find where the survivors are, but I literally could not find them. It was insane. I finally realized that the Ace was hiding inside the main building. I kind of forgot the main building, and Orman has 2 floors to it. So I went to the 2nd floor. I found him, and then after I found him, I lost him because he had balanced landing, so he just ran away. And then afterwards, I found him again because I saw a crow move, and I was like, he has to be behind this thing. And it was so weird because they didn't do a single gen. Like, they just stopped doing gens once the last 2 people died, and they just hit the entire game. I'm like, what the world? I think they were hiding, trying to see which one of them was going to die, and then whoever didn't die gets the hatch. It was just so weird, but it was a fun game, I'm not going to lie. The one time I have a good game with Orman. I remember, too, because it was an Orman offering, and I was prepared to just cry, because you know how much I hate Orman. But in reality, it was actually a really good game. I found the hatch. But the real question is, can I kill this guy before he decides to get to the exit gate? The answer is most likely no. So, I already have some drones in place. I'm going to pray he just runs to a drone, because why not? But most likely, he's not going to run to a drone, because if you're a good survivor who has eyes, you should know a drone has a whole circle around it telling you exactly where it is. And the reason why I know that is because I play Skull Merchant, I play against Skull Merchant, and I also seen people play against my Skull Merchant, and seen people play against Skull Merchant. So because of that reason, I know survivors can literally see the circle the drone has, so they can easily tell that the drone is there, but they still find a way to run into it. I don't get it. The only reason I say that is because I just have videos where people will run into drones and get injured, and I'm like, how? Because literally you just, I don't get it. So right here, I was gonna let this guy live, but I didn't because I was like, you know what, I want to kill you. So I know he's gonna cloud trap right here, so I cloud trap him, and then he vaults the pallet because he's scared. I probably don't hit him, and he just vaults it again. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I realized he gave up, so he's like, I win. He gave up and immediately, so I'm like, I get to win the game, go me. And he starts wiggling, he's like, yeah, I lost. So his life is forfeit, and now he dies. And as a result, the game is over, and that was the 3rd game of the video. Let's go with the 4th game of the video, so we can show you again how good Supercharge is. I really like this add-on. Like, I feel like it's really good. The only reason why I don't use it all the time is because, like I said, Battle Targeting Processor is just such a good add-on. The ability to just be like, hey, I'm gonna make it so that way survivors move 13% slower instead of 10%. It's just so strong, but I do like Supercharge a lot, and I think I'm going to use it more often. I'm going to use a lot more Skull Merchant add-ons more often, because Skull Merchant has really good add-ons. One of the few kills in the game where I can say every add-on besides like 2 of them are actually really good. Okay, playing on Coal Tower. The tower made of coal. Very simple. Of course, the first thing we have to do is break this wall. Skull Merchant's energy destroys everything. So now we're going to put a drone here because, you know, it's a drone spot. So like I said before in my previous videos, I've been changing my playstyle a little bit when it comes to Skull Merchant. Right now, I'm the first person I see I'm going to chase him. But now I'm going to change my playstyle, and I'm going to use like Corrupt Intervention and try and just put down drones first. I realize when you don't put down drones first, you get in this situation where you're basically chasing survivors and trying to hope they get into your drone. Like that girl just behind me who just literally ran into the drone and then tries to disable the drone like I'm not in front of her, and then gets a claw trap for her, most likely. He didn't get a claw trap, but it's like you basically pray stuff like that happens, but that never happens. So also because I'm untouchable, because I finally got use out of unforeseen. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot I even had unforeseen on my build. because the first game I never even used Unforeseen. Uh, and now I'm just using it finally, and it feels like I actually got value out of it. So this game is gonna be really hard because basically these survivors are like, I'm doing gens only, gens always, gen yes, gen is life. So because of that reason, they're gonna do the gen extremely fast. I've been chasing this one person for like, I don't know, it feels like 60 minutes, 6 seconds, which is a whole minute, and it feels like the generator is already at like 100%. So that's fun. So they're gonna go back towards the generator because they realize they can try and do it, but they're gonna get not cloud trap, but they do get what we're looking for, scanned. So right here I'm like, okay, I can definitely chase this girl, but she realizes she's gonna die and she decides to go towards the jungle gym. But I know I can hit her before she makes the window a second time. Knowing that, she decides to go to the right. There's a pie right here for some weird reason. I get destroyed. She's like, follow me. I'm like, yes ma'am, I'll murder you. But what she doesn't understand is she's slowed down by 10%. And I'm like, again, why emote? Like, don't emote against me if you're gonna die in the next 4 seconds. It's just embarrassing. Cause I have it recorded. No, but it's just like embarrassing. Like, why emote and think you're good? Think you're good? When this die in the next 4 seconds. It's just sad. It's kind of sad. This got background players into me with Champion of Light, and I'm like, no, you're not going to get the down. You're not gonna get it. Then he gets claw trap. I mean, then he gets what's it called? Scanned by a drone. Sadly for me, I thought he was gonna take longer to actually do the drone, so I ended up swinging. But luckily for me, he decides to go in this weird path thing, and I broke that wall at the beginning of the game like I always do because I have to. Also, I realized now one of those people is a Switch streamer. I'll never ask for their footage. I'm not gonna use it because I never asked for it. I only use footage if I ask. So I realized, look, ample time to go tunneling someone. But I'm not gonna tunnel her because she's purposely trying to make me chase her, which means she probably has Status Strike or Dead Hard or some perk to make it last longer. Maybe she has almost said Unbreakable. Maybe she has not borrowed time. What's that perk called? Off the record. So it's just like, nah, I can't chase this girl. Off the record is a really strong perk, by the way. I use it all the time. I use it when I play Survivor because I kind of have to use it. If you're off the record, you can get tunneled really easily, and yeah. But the thing people, it's not funny. People use all these perks to stop tunneling, but like the problem is tunneling doesn't stop no matter what you use. Like you can use all these perks to try your hardest to stop tunneling. It won't stop tunneling because if someone tunnel you out the game, they're gonna do it no matter what. Like this is how the game works, sadly. And down this girl. I feel like someone's up with a pallet save, but I don't really care. Her Star Strike should be gone. Here comes Dwight with the perfect angle for the what do we call it? For the save. I'm like, okay. But luckily for me, the girl did get off my shoulder right next to my drone, so I know exactly where she's gonna go. I'm breaking this wall. Magic energy, and now the wall's broken because I have a giant demon death blade on my arm. I get 2 people cloud trapped. I'm like, yeah. They're oblivious. The problem is, I'm pretty sure they're probably a Swift. I don't know. Can't really tell, honestly, but I feel like they'd be a Swift because of the fact that how they're playing. They're just doing gens really fast, and it's kind of annoying because I have to just try and figure out where they are. Luckily for me, this girl is mending for her life, but the thing is, she is oblivious, so she can't hear my terror radius, so I'm trying to mind game her. But the problem is, you might be saying, why you put a drone up? I put a drone down because first thing, if I do scan her, she gets slowed down, but then also it's because of the fact that it has my red stain. Now I know she's oblivious, but just because you're oblivious doesn't mean that you can't they can't see your red stain. It means they can't hear terror radius. She goes inside the locker. I'm like, you do that. I'm now gonna finally point at the wall, and that way Flash can save her. 2 people are cloud trap still, so I'm gonna be able to go after them. Sadly, the cloud trap does end because even though it lasts for 55 seconds, that was a long chase. I've only just got on the second hook. Now, I've put the same person twice. In situations like this, tunneling is the only solution I have. Because of the fact they're broken, they stay injured for a long time. Dwight just goes in front of me. I'm mad at myself because I missed the hit. He gets towards the window. That girl has balance landing, so I'm not going to even chase her. So it makes % to try and chase this Dwight, who I just saw, or go after the Fangman again. If I didn't miss that hit, we'll be in a really much better situation. But I missed the hit. Now I hit this hit luckily, and I get to break the pallet too, so I guess it's kind of fine. I just checked the locker just in case someone's in the locker to try and go for a flash. I say, gonna hook Dwight on the score choke. That way the generator with the most progress will lose, of course, 25% though. Of course, I believe that generator right next to us. Now the plan is to go after Fangman because if I go after Fangman, he dies. But this girl's injured, so I'm like, maybe you. But I'm like, no, Feynman, you're injured. I mean, you're gonna be Cloud Trap soon. I hit the wall, kind of bad at the game, and then she can't make the window, so I'm gonna injure her. And she's gonna get Cloud Trap soon. And she gets Cloud Trap, she can't use Dead Heart. So I'm like, okay, perfect, go out the Feynman. So I should have checked my radar to see where she went, but instead I'm an idiot and I just didn't check it. And instead I run to this girl, so I'm like, okay, that's fine with that. I should have brought this palette too, but sometimes you don't think about stuff you do until after you do it, or until like after we watch it. Because of the fact that I didn't break the palette, she's able to make it. She can't make the window though because she just can't. And I went down her. It looked like she used Dead Heart on it for a second, but she didn't. I know Dwight is probably here to save her life, which he is. Sadly for me, I can't hit her because of the fact that he has a. He probably has resilience, or I just missed the hit. Probably maybe missing the hit, honestly. He can probably save a background player, but luckily he went the wrong way, and he just runs away. Because background player is a fair and balanced perk that makes no sense, but you know, sure. They should really nerf background player, I'm saying. Like, anyway, I don't know. Background player is weird. Like, you can deal with it, and you can just, like, negate it. But then the girl on the hook decides to leave. She's like, I'm done playing Scrum Merchant. Hook me once, I lose. I'm gonna down this girl and hook her because of the fact that I know she's dead on hook. I love using these two add-on combinations. But the fact that you have this girl who can heal her teammates, but she can't tell where I'm coming from is so funny. And then he dies for it. So we have one bot, one girl dead, and we have a generator that's, oh, I got 20%. I would break that wall, but I don't want them to get away to fall down from the top of the building. But also, I kind of want to break the wall, because if I broke it, I would have had like the ability to go down faster. But it's fine. Now notice how, this is why you tunnel, by the way. I don't tunnel very often. I know like the past few videos I've been tunneling more, but that's because sometimes when I'm winning, I don't tunnel. But if I'm in a position where literally I'm losing the game and the only way to win is to literally tunnel someone out the game because I hooked them twice already, I will do it. Do I want to do it? No, not really. But if I'm in a position where I have to do it, I'm going to do it. Because basically, the game sometimes puts you in a position where it's like, okay, do you want to win and get the most blood points possible so I can proceed my killer? Or do you want to lose and then people to teabag you at the aggregate because you're bad? Because you're quote unquote bad, even though you didn't do anything wrong. Dwight's looking for the save, even he's saving the bot. Don't know why, but he saves the bot. The bot is going to act dumb, but because I know it's a bot, I don't have to worry about a flashlight save. So I'm going to hook Dwight right here. And we're going to chase the bot and give the bot at the game. I'm pretty sure the bot's dead on hook. Yeah, the bot's dead on hook because the bot literally saved his life. Dwight gets saved by the bot. I don't know why the bot saved him. But then Dwight's like, I give up. Then the reason why Dwight doesn't stop playing the game is because of the fact that he probably has a flashlight and he's like, I'll just go save this bot from the ground. I'm like waiting for Dwight to try and go for a background player play, but he doesn't do it. I'm going to wait for him to vault the window. He's smart, doesn't vault the window. And instead he goes that way. I'm like, that's fine. I kind of hate the fact that it's kind of hard to mind game these loops right here because I have a red stain so he can just use his eyes. I decided to try and get the bot now because I know he's in a bad position where he can't use background player against me. But it's so funny because he it's funny because of the fact that he tried to still go for the flashlight save even though he literally was unable to do it. And there was no way it was gonna get done. But that's what happens. He's like, I'm gonna try and do it anyway. Like he literally wants to save that bot. Even though the bot would have most likely ran away from me, stopped moving, and then ran away from me again. So right here, I expect her to just vault down this fall down here. She did. Then she decides to go down the window. I'm like, I expected that, and I'm going down her. And here's Dwight, right in front of me. I could go for the girl, but it makes more sense to go for Dwight. Luckily for me, I put him in a position where he has to drop the pallet. And like usual, the most obvious play on the world, like these survivors don't think. Like literally trash. Like what the world? Like why would you do that? Like it's so obvious. I don't mean to make fun of the guy honestly, but it's just like that was the most obvious play ever, and I don't know why he tried that. Like just don't try. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Like don't do that. Like what? Okay. So like, here you know what he's talking about. He was trying to do a CJ tech. Basically, you try and break the pallet. And because you try and break the pallet, you're instead going to end up picking the survivor up because of the fact that they vault the pallet. You can't break a pallet so someone vaults. So because of that reason, he tried to studio attack you, where basically you pick up the survivor instead. Then he decides to blind you because you picked up the survivor. It's really cool tech, honestly. It used to work when people first like did it, but it no longer works anymore because it's just like obvious. Not to mention, in my opinion, when it first came out, it was still kind of obvious. Like I've never got studio attacked in my entire life, and it's never gonna happen because I'm not dumb. So it's not gonna happen. But this girl, I try to give this girl the hatch because I'm like, I like you the most. You didn't do. Now that I remember, I don't think you did anything toxic. I don't think you tried to flashlight me. So you get the hatch. She's like, no, I don't want it. I'm like, yes, get in there. And I give the girl the hatch. I'm a nice person because not all Skullbirds are evil. Also, I felt kind of bad for her. I'm like, your teammate tried to see attack me like I'm stupid. So he deserves to die, and I deserve to win. But anyway, that was the last game of the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy using, well, if you want me to use different add-ons with Supercharge, let me know. I really like using Supercharge. It's a really good add-on, actually. Like I really think Supercharge. I think I put it in my trailer video. Supercharge and the perk stereo remote mic are two really good niche add-ons on Skull Merchant. They just are yellow add-ons that have a really strong effect, but people don't think about it that much. And I feel like they're really, really good. They also really fit your playstyle. Like you can change your playstyle based on the add-on. You can make survivors oblivious, exhausted, blinded, however, whatever you want to do for a super long time, and then make the cloud trap last longer. Every time they get scanned by a drone, the cloud trap resets the timer. If they're all injured, you can use xenophobia and make the survivor do the generator slower. It's a really good idea to try and use this. It slows down the game. It makes survivors oblivious. It does a lot, and it's really strong. And if you watch this video, you can see the strength of it right now, and that's why I use it. Showcasing different builds for Skull Merchant, showing y'all why I think Skull Merchant is really fun to play, and different ideas on what you can do. But yes, like, comment, and subscribe. I read every single comment. If you have any builds, let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.